camera, or you can look at me. You can look at the camera, or you can look at me.
Okay. This is TBR Together. I'm Megan. This is Jake.
You got the names right. I'd never do that.
I know. We're going to talk about our reads right now. Mine's the same as last week.
The same? What?
Listen, it's a lot longer than my typical reads. Wild Reverence is like, I know it's like one of your books.
400 pages.
Yeah, it was like 18 or 20 hours or something. And I just haven't had a lot of time to listen to this
500 pages. I'm already going to open Google.
It's on our bookshelf. It's not,
Listen, do you want me to run upstairs and go grab it
yes,
real quick
I do,
so I
actually.
can count the pages for you?
Yeah, I would say it's probably closer to like
544.
Well, it's really good. I just haven't had a lot of time to read this week. I haven't had a lot of time to listen. We had a busy week.
Did we?
I did. I had 2 doctor's appointments, a parent-teacher conference. Busy week. Yeah. Can't listen to my books on those things. So.
How's it going?
It's good.
Is war still happening or whatever the hell?
Yeah, war's about to happen.
About to happen? I thought it was already happening.
Well, the wars with the gods are always happening.
Oh. There's more war.
But her soulmate is about to get attacked by his uncle. So,
goodness.
So they're fake married, and her little boo,
her uncle,
Vincent, her soulmate, and Matilda, they're fake married to try to scare Vincent's uncle away so that he doesn't attack.
But they're soulmates.
They are soulmates.
Do
yes.
They know this?
They do not. No.
So
I only know because Brooke told me what the back of the book said.
That's on the back of the book?
That they're soulmates. It is also implied because Matilda's a herald, so she's going from the skyward to the underlings back and forth, and she hangs out with Death, who is underground, weaving the fates of people's untimely or timely ends. But then in the skyward, it's Death's sister, Fate, who is also working on the loom, writing out people's fates, and they have both decided that this mortal man is for Matilda. So they're fake married to try to scare his uncle away. Well, Matilda's ex-boyfriend, who is the god of rivers and spring and something else that's not super important, has found out, but he doesn't know that they're fake married, and he is real life pissed. So that's where I'm at.
He thinks they're real married?
He thinks they're really married. And he's super mad because he's been trying to lock Matilda down for like 6 years. And she's like, no, thank you. I actually think you're a terrible person.
He must be an ex for a reason, huh?
Yeah.
Obviously.
I don't know that they she says that they actually dated. He just really wants to get in a good favor with her dad because her dad is the god of summer. And spring and summer should be best friends. Not in this world, so... He was trying to woo her dad, I guess, and was like, I'll marry Matilda and he'll like me. Matilda's like, I don't like you. Please go away. So they haven't been hanging out. She's not a fan and he's mad. But the problem is Vincent's home is built inside of the river. That's what he's the god of. That's the third thing. He's the god of the river.
You said that first.
Okay, I did. Okay, great. So river, spring, and I don't remember what the third one is. So you can see where there's a problem of if he helps the uncle, there's no way that they win because her job is to go from realm to realm, which is not a super helpful power in battle. But he can take control of the river and cut off supplies because the house is literally in the middle of the river. There's an eastern bridge and a western bridge. So he could theoretically take out the bridges and starve everyone inside if he really wanted to. So not sure how that's going to play out. She also technically owes him a dinner whenever he wants. So I feel like he's going to cash that in when stuff starts to go sideways just to take her away to be extra mean. But I'll keep you posted. Yeah. I don't like him. But anybody that's read Divine Rivals, this is all happening on the night that Dacre and Enva, or
Callback.
I know, they got married. This is their wedding night.
Oh my
And
God.
that marriage is what that causes the big war in Divine Rivals, because he wants his wife back and she wants him dead.
She wants his
Dacre, Enva and Dacre are married.
wants his husband dead.
Enva wants Dacre dead. She wants her own husband dead because he's terrible. She thought she could just go down to the underworld, marry him, and he would stop killing people.
No.
And technically he did while they were married, but then she like tricked him into an eternal sleep, and when he woke up he was pretty pissed and then murdered like a whole bunch of people. And she was unaware that in the underworld your vows are binding. So in their vows she like made a comment that
vows should be binding in any world.
But this is like right, but like in our world, you can make vows and then get divorced. In like the underworld, you make a vow and like magic prevents you from breaking those vows. So she vowed to never hurt him, not realizing that that meant when he inevitably got bored of her or started doing things that a god of the underworld does, that she physically would not be able to stop him. She was like, she didn't realize that that's what she was agreeing to. So that's what is like going on in Divine Rivals. She's like trying to find people that can kill him because she physically cannot, to try to stop him. But that it's their wedding night right now. So she's about to start causing chaos in the underworld, and I can't wait to hear about that either. So, because she's going to put a bunch of gods to sleep for like 200-300 years. But I don't think that happens in this book. They just tell you about it in Divine Rivals. So that's where I'm at.
Maybe there's going to be another one leading up again to Divine.
I mean, I would probably read another prequel, honestly, because there can't be like another book in the Divine Rival series. Like they pretty much, if it is, it can't be about any of the gods, because at the end of Divine Rivals, there is literally one god left, and she's just, you don't really know what she's doing, but her entire thing is that she doesn't want to hurt people. She just wants to play music and live her life. But all the other gods have killed themselves or each other.
Nice.
So.
As it should be.
Yeah, so what are you reading?
I'm still reading Heretical Fishing.
Yeah, so
2.
what are you giving me crap for?
I'm halfway through the book, and it still is. I still have as much time left as yours started with.
That's probably fair. That's crazy. That book is that is dedication. Because there's more. There's like I was looking on Audible the other day. There's like
I think there's 6 of
books.
them. Yeah,
and they're all that long.
they get longer.
That is wild.
The top one probably maxes out at 30 some, so it's not exactly half,
well.
double yours, but
yeah, that's fair.
Still, I'm over halfway. I think I'm over halfway through, and I still have like 13 hours left in the audiobook.
And
so it's nearly 30 hours.
Yeah, what's happening in yours?
Right now, they are establishing the new Church of Fisher.
Okay.
Who's the main character? Obviously,
he's the fisherman.
Yes, he's the fisherman of our heretical fishing story. He's the heretic who likes to fish, and obviously that would mean why fishing was not a good thing, because at least from what I understand, is because anytime Fisher cooks fish and gives it to somebody to eat, they become an ascendant being as well. So they ascend to a higher tier. The construct recognizes them as a part of the system now. And then now they can level up their skills and do all of that stuff. They become what this world calls the cultivators.
This might be a really dumb question, but is this going to be like the Matrix, where there's like people outside running the simulation?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know if we can really consider it a simulation. It's all
right. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. We haven't figured out. There's I forget that. They're like world walkers essentially. They call them travelers. They just call them travelers.
Yeah.
So it's very rare, but that's what Fisher is, because he died in his world and now he showed up in
Got it.
Tropica, which is
Yeah.
the city that he's on. Uh, I can't remember what the continent's name is now. Gormona is another city, but he's in the land of Tropica,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he is. So now he's becoming a god to them, to these people, and they are
What
bringing
a way to
him.
really level up in death.
Yeah. Well, he's not. He wants nothing to do with it.
I know he doesn't, but it's just
He's
like
fine with
funny.
just chilling. They're making him a god. They've already got a church for him. They already have people who are worshiping him, and he's still just fishing.
Fishing.
Right now, he's building a dam. No, it's not really a dam. It's more of a rock wall in the middle of the ocean, so they can go deep sea fishing, because they like to, do all that stuff.
Do they have like big boats? Do they have boats?
Most of the time, they swim to it because they're superhuman.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess you don't really need a boat.
Yeah, I think they do have a boat, but usually he's just like, I walk out into the water and then I swim the rest of the way. And he just swims. And all of his friends are all those
Super
creatures
mutants,
anyway.
yeah.
So they're collecting like massive boulders, like just huge boulders, and claws and snips are like taking them to the ocean floor, and they're stacking them up from the bottom. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because they're sea creatures, so they
yeah,
wouldn't have a problem
they
doing
can
that.
do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're
This is
currently
quite the
doing that.
world.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fantastic. And he's also breeding the clams for the pearls, because pearls are highly sought after in
Hmm.
this world.
Well, yeah, if nobody else fishes, that would make sense. That no, how else would you get them? They just like
I mean,
wash up on
the
sea.
clams can wash up on shore and
Yeah.
stuff, and they find them. That's one reason why they're so rare.
Yeah.
So they call them opalescent stones.
Hmm.
They are they do exist in their world, obviously, but people do have them, and they inlay them into jewelry,
Hmm.
rings, necklaces, that sort of stuff. And mainly the richest of the rich have them, and the top tier people. So I mean, people do have them. They do see them. Uh, I told you earlier, they're basically worth 10 years of a farmer's salary.
Just
One
insane.
singular one is worth as much as a farmer makes in 10 years.
It's
And Fisher
crazy.
has, right now, as they're harvesting them,
Hmm.
he is probably going to have at least 50 to 100, I bet, if not more,
That is insane.
in that time. And he's currently, forgot to tell you about that part, because I told you, because he's been using the fish to as fertilizer for different things. And when he uses it to fertilize things, it essentially creates new cultivators, or it supercharges items into doing that sort of stuff. So he wanted to grow lemon trees.
Because lemon goes great with fish.
Yes, lemon goes great with fish, but also the seeds in this world are bred so that you cannot regrow them. They are controlled by the government. So
I do think you
look
did
out.
tell me that.
Yeah, so they're controlled. There's a couple other things too that he's not supposed to be able to have, like spices, or like certain spices and that sort of stuff that technically he's not supposed to have. But he grows the shit himself, or he goes and finds it somewhere, or buys it
Yeah.
off somebody. Fisher's a super nice guy. He's just like the best MMC ever, just a nice dude. So he
And then,
planted.
oh, sorry. I was going to say, and in every world where the government has very strict regulations on everything, there's always a black market somewhere for you to
Mhm.
get whatever you want.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. Happened in the Hunger. I know you didn't read the. Did you read the Hunger
No,
Games?
I'll
Yeah.
get there sometime.
Starts off like right there.
Give me a few years.
I'm sorry, me
Uh,
too.
so he planted 4 lemon seeds around a tree,
Mm-hmm.
and then fertilized it with fish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if the tree was already uh, holding a being or what, but now it's holding a spirit. The tree is alive, and it is a full blown, like, forest spirit,
Does it
and
talk?
not out loud. It has like an inner monologue that every now and again it cuts in and out to. But it tried to beat the shit out of Fisher at one point, because they Claus saw it and tried to fucking lightning it to the ground because she was pissed. She was like, "Yo, fuck you," and attacked the tree because the tree was like all being all blue and shit. It has like
How dare you?
a blue ember type of thing to it.
Yeah.
So then, once that happens, Claus goes running back to Fisher like all whiny, like, "Oh, the tree, fucking," and they was doing all these little like motions, like, "Oh, the tree beat me up."
I'm picturing like the Whomping Willow. Like,
Yeah, yeah, you could picture it that way,
yeah.
basically. But
Harry
yeah,
and
but
Ron
also
fighting the car.
imagine an otter like the size of like a Labrador
Mm-hmm.
running at you, like showing you like, "Oh, this is how I do," and then like he wields lightning. He's like Thor in otter form. She is. So they go back to the tree, and he must be rolling around a lot. He's all over the place. Um, so they go back to the tree, and Fisher can tell that the tree is like ascending or that there's something going on with it,
Yeah.
and so the tree has its inner monologue, and it's kind of like, oh, the creature's brought a human, like I can handle him, and it's like I'll just put half of my force into it, sort of thing, and
Mm-hmm.
takes a swing at it, and the tree is like, I'm basically going to implode his chest if I hit him full force, so hopefully he just moves, type of thing. But Fisher just kind of like stands there and he just like
Oh, because
stops
he's superhuman.
because he's insanely strong. Nobody understands like his full power. Like not even the reader knows what his full power
Yeah.
is at, and that's mainly because he turned off all of his system notifications. So every time he levels up, he just pushed that like to spam. Essentially, he gets no system notifications.
Yeah.
But then when he finally realizes like, oh, everybody else is like the other cultivators are getting them, he's like, well, maybe I should turn them back on. And the first thing that he's like level 57 in fishing, and everybody else is like level 4. So
What?
yeah, so like it's a pretty big deal. So I can only imagine what his other stats are. But I
Yeah.
mean, he does fish a lot, so he's kind of power leveling his fishing. But
Yeah.
that's one thing. But so he like takes the tree, and the tree's kind of like, what? That should have killed him, basically. And like,
Right.
then that's when you kind of start to realize like what Fisher's true power kind of is. But then he just goes and fishes again. And he,
So,
he just keeps going back to the tree and feeding it more fish, just giving the tree fish.
yeah.
And now the tree has, in some way, shape, or form, taken over the lemon trees as well. All the 4 lemon trees around it. So now she also controls those and like swings those arms around and like swings them at them and stuff too on these little lemon trees.
It's like a whole haunted forest.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much I was missing sentient plants until I read that spell shot book, and that was like the best thing about that entire book was that there was a talking spider plant. Also, is every plant or random animal in these fantasy books like the size of a Labrador? Because that was the exact same wording in Spell
For
Shop
oh
in
yeah, for that
Spell
one
Shop
too.
too, was that he's like roughly the size. Actually, they might have said golden retriever, but like
I can't remember the
in
exact
my
dog, but
mind,
it's like
that's the
lab
same
golden
thing.
retriever type of size.
Yeah. So like there was a spider plant that was the size of a golden retriever that like hung
Yeah.
out with her all the time, and he had anxiety, and then he turns out to actually be like the best character in that entire book. But she accidentally also makes like a little baby cactus. So it's just like this medium dog sized spider plant
Mm-hmm.
running around with this little baby cactus that can only say meep. And it was so cute. And I was like, I actually just only want the book to focus on these 2 creatures. For the rest of it, honestly, would have been the same level. Probably more entertained by those 2.
It's
Yeah.
all the Fisher's creatures just make like little noises too.
Yeah. They're
Like
like so funny.
Sergeant Snips just always blows little bubbles
Oh, that'd be
out
so
of her
cute.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious. And she like there's another lobster, a crab, Rocky, and we haven't determined yet why she's not a huge fan of him. He's just kind of a dick, and that's just the way they describe Rocky.
Yeah.
Every time,
I hope they're like scorned lovers or something.
I can only assume that Rocky really wants to like get with Claus, So she just blasts him into the ocean every time she sees him. That's like on one of the covers. Like she's the one on the cover, and then you just see a crab in the sky because she's throwing him out back into the middle of the ocean, and then he always swims right back
Oh yeah,
up
he's
to her.
definitely in love with her.
Yeah,
There'll be a little
because
enemies to lovers there with the crabs.
that was when the cult of the crab was trying to get the crab and feeding him. They thought it was claws, but it ended up being Rocky, and they were kind of mad because
I
they
hope
were.
Rocky does like little dances for her on the beach
He
or
did a little
something.
bit, but he was like eating their food and stuff, and just being
Yeah.
like, "Oh, cool, they're giving me food."
Well, to be fair, they did feed him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
So
leaving the food there for
claw.
Snips
Oh, for Snips. Sorry,
because they
I called
wanted.
her claws. That's.
Claus is the otter,
I'm so sorry.
Pistachio is the lobster, Cinnamon is the rabbit.
These do feel like names that people would give pets on a
Yeah,
video game.
but
It's pretty on brand.
Cinnamon was named by Maria. That's why she is not a member of the military like the other ones that are Sergeant Snips, Corporal Claus, and Private Pistachio.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah,
I forgot that
they're all
they're.
alliterations like that. But
Yeah,
Cinnamon was not named by Fisher, so they're not in his little military naming.
that's funny.
Yeah,
I love a good talking animal and talking plant.
yeah. They don't talk as much yet. I would assume maybe over the course of the next few books they would become
Is this like
more
a dual?
sentient.
It's just a singular POV, or is it
They,
multiple POVs?
I mean, there's multiple POVs. It jumps back and forth a little bit. Like it's when it's on Fisher, it's in first person.
Okay.
So it's always saying like, I did this, I did that. But when
Mm-hmm.
it's somebody else, it might just go like one chapter. It doesn't tell you. It's
Oh.
not like, oh, well, they don't read out. They do read the chapter numbers, but yeah, it doesn't like have a name on it because I remember in the last book they did chapter 69 was named Nice, and I thought that was nice. Um, but they don't tell you like at the beginning of the chapter, oh, chapter 1 Fisher, or
Yeah.
chapter 2
Yeah.
Gary, chapter 3 whoever. It might be like Fisher will be talking, and then it will just there's probably a page break in the book,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah, but
and then
audiobooks don't have that,
yeah,
so.
and then it jumps to like the person talking to Fisher in that exact moment, and then it gives you their inner monologue about what he's saying. It
Yeah.
goes back and forth that way, or like when I was telling you when he was hanging out with the auditor doing fishing, showing him how to fish, and the one guy is like they're down there on the beach, and then it flashes up to dude watching them from the mountain, being like, "Oh, they're conspiring against me. They're trying to kill me. Da 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 da. They
Yeah.
want to take me out. Like I've been bad. Like they know they're going to tell everybody what I've been doing. Those sorts of things. But really, they're just talking about fishing, which is usually what's always happening. Everybody that isn't close friends with Fisher thinks that Fisher is there for nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
That he is with the crown, he's with an enemy, he's a spy for somebody,
Yeah.
that he's there doing bad things and not just being chill as fuck, drinking coffee, fishing.
Yeah.
Because that's really all he's doing.
Well, there are 6 books, so maybe he will be all those things by the end.
What? Nefarious?
Yeah, or
He
like
won't
a
be.
spy, or
He won't be.
have his own weird little agenda besides
He won't.
fishing. No?
No.
You don't see that character growth for him?
No. That's not growth.
A character development
Yeah, that's
just
no.
develops.
No, he's just going to keep going after bigger and bigger fish.
Yeah.
That's all he wants to do.
Oh, maybe he'll catch like a shark. What do you think would happen?
He's already caught a shark.
Oh, what's maybe
They've
like a whale?
they've already caught a stingray too. Whale, maybe once they get into deep water.
Yeah.
Once he starts building that
Turn into
ocean
Moby
bridge.
Dick.
Maybe.
Just trying to catch just one whale.
Maybe.
That'd be crazy.
You never know.
Well, I wonder if there are like scary sea creatures, like the Loch Ness monster or something
Maybe.
that's out there.
They'd be able to kill it
I
pretty
don't want to
quick.
offend anybody. I don't actually know if Nessie is a freshwater or a seawater animal.
I think Loch Ness is freshwater.
Is it? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't done my research.
I say you do know that's just a lake, right?
No, I'm finding that out right now. I just assumed this animal was just like around all the time.
Do you think that its name is Loch Ness Monster?
Yes.
How do you think you spell Loch
I
Ness?
have no idea.
Do you think that's one word? How many words do you think Loch Ness Monster is?
3?
Is it 3?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I can barely spell words. I do
Final
know.
answer?
I'm going to
Final
go
answer.
with it's 4. I don't know. Final answer
4.
is 3.
Final answer is 3?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Okay, thank God.
Yes. Wherever it is, I don't know where Loch Ness is. Switzerland, Sweden, whichever one.
That sounds right.
Loch,
Yeah.
Loch, is their word for lake.
Oh.
And Ness,
did you learn this on your European ventures?
Probably. No. It's just, back in 3rd grade when we learned about the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
And, we were all worried about that. Had to learn about the Loch Ness Monster, too.
Is the Bermuda Triangle still a problem?
Maybe.
I
haven't been in school for a few years. I guess we need to check with some children to see if they're still teaching that, and
The
in
Bermuda
the
Triangle.
low levels of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if we just wait a couple years, we'll find out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what it is.
I thought the Bermuda Triangle was really going to be a big part of my adult life, and I'll be honest, I haven't thought about it.
If we went down there, yeah.
Never thought
if
about
we went to southern Florida off the coast into the ocean,
might think about it.
for
Yeah.
some reason, yeah, we might get lost in that triangle.
But we would also have to be navigating ourselves in that scenario, because I feel like planes and boats just know to avoid it because they don't have navigational. None of their navigational tools work in that.
Yeah, that's how they get lost.
Right. I feel like with all of the information we have, and know that just like avoid that area.
No. Fly right through. That's where Helen Keller is.
Stop. I can't.
When she flew her plane, that's where she landed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's very interesting that an entire generation just like does not believe she existed, period. Full stop.
She didn't.
Do you think that all of history just like colluded to make up this woman?
All of history? It didn't have to take up that much. Nobody who even says they knew her is still alive.
Well, that is true.
Exactly.
But that's true for a lot of people.
She's fake. AI.
Okay.
She's AI.
I'm done with you.
Helen Keller was AI.
No, she was.
Yes, she was. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
In 3rd grade, my gym teacher told us the sun was going to get so hot we were going to need to wear sun hats with face and neck coverings at all times.
I'm sure we're going to get there.
I thought I had to go to Walmart that night and get a hat.
Well, that's because you were a 3rd grader.
I thought the next day I was going to burn my skin off when I walked outside.
I mean, I do still think about all the time how the sun is going to blow up one day.
Mm-hmm. Millions, if not billions of years from now.
I thought about that a lot, actually, when I read Project Hail Mary, because I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if it like
actually existed?
If it like turned into like that bigger, because it's going to turn into a supernova or something. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's gonna probably expand into take out Mercury, maybe Venus. So like Earth wouldn't be habitable anyway. And then it'll like go to nothing. But like in that middle part, astrophage would be helpful, Maybe they could make the Earth habitable again, but we'll never know. So unless reincarnation is real, and that's just like maybe that's why we all have anxiety, because we just like keep getting reincarnated and we're like, this is not.
We know what's going to happen.
I need to tap out.
Stop giving me so many lives.
Yeah. Can't do this anymore. So,
no.
But would you like to move on to our book together?
We can, yeah.
Do you want me to show it to the people?
If you would like to.
I brought it down here so I can remember everyone's name. Oh, yeah. Well, this is The Great Big Beautiful Life by Miss Emily Henry.
Emily Henry.
Yes. And I will say, I don't think this would have been my pick for you for like your first intro to Emily Henry. Because this is the only Emily Henry book you've read, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know that this would have been my pick for you to like read to like, get a sense of who she is. But I love this book. The internet hates this book, but I love this book.
Well, because based on what you said about the other 5 that she's released, this is the weakest one from
a romance perspective.
Yes, a romance and wide standpoint.
Yeah.
Because they were selling this like a romance book when it's really like a historical fiction romance type of thing, like a
Well,
little bit of romance sprinkled in.
I would say maybe her publisher did, but I do feel like Emily Henry did her little press tour because, like, right before this book came out, she was going around and they had just casted like people we meet on vacation, or she was like going on talking about that, and like Happy People's been picked up for a TV show and is in production, but there haven't been any casting.
Place.
Yeah. But there haven't been any casting announcements. But she went on record in like multiple TV shows and was like, or talk shows, and was like, this is not like my tip, like this is a bit of a genre shift for me, like this is not my typical book. And it was just like people were like, okay, don't believe you. It's like she wrote it. She knows. She's telling you this is what it is. So stop. So like maybe
People don't care.
manage your expectations about what it is. I mean, if she writes it, I'm gonna read it. So here we are. But I mean, why don't you give me your perspective? Because I have a lot of thoughts on this book. What were your thoughts?
It was a good story. I was fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I already knew that it wasn't a romance going in.
Yeah, that's true. You did have to listen to me talk about that a lot.
Yeah, and I read this without telling you.
Yeah, I know. Was that so I wouldn't ask you 8,000 questions?
No. It's because I knew you would have wanted me to read it, so I just read it.
Oh, well, that's very sweet.
Because I do that.
You do.
You don't.
You're good.
That's fine.
I'm working on it. I have so many books. I'm trying. Also, you read exclusively terrifying books.
I do not.
We
just talked all the 20 minutes about heretical fishing. That's
we did.
Not terrifying at all.
No, that one is not, but it's also like 30 hours.
So?
And my books tend to be around like 10.
Okay.
So that's like...
And then you read 3 of them. Don't you? Have you read more than 3 books this year?
Yeah, I read over 50.
Yeah. How long? Around 10 hours a piece, maybe?
Yeah.
So cut that in thirds. You'd have listened to 17 and a half books.
You have a point.
Versus your
I told
50
you I'm going to
mine.
try to read Heretical Fishing. I'm getting there. Gotta keep up with the book club, you know?
So it's never going to happen.
No, it is.
Basically
it is.
What it is.
No, it's going to happen. I'm going to put it right there. I have to read Bewitching next, or Bewitcheline or something. I don't know. It's like 3 categories on those Goodreads bookmarks, so I'm going to try to get that.
Oh, yeah, I gave up on those long ago.
I was so mad because I had it. The 1 month. That, like, I was
Didn't
reading.
you turn it in like a day late?
A day late. It was the V. I didn't hit finish. I finished it the day after, and I was so mad.
You could have backlogged it, couldn't you? Or did it close out those
It
bookmarks?
closed out the bookmarks and opened a new. That's how I knew I missed it, because I like logged on to look at the bookmarks.
And I was like, Goodreads updates that fast.
Yeah, that's true. But this book, I really, really enjoyed it reminded me a lot of Evelyn Hugo, which I know you have not read, but it really gave like...
Yeah, it's that historical fiction side of it.
Yeah.
Where it makes up a whole story about her great, big, beautiful life.
Yeah. Also, like, poor Emily Henry to read this book and then have the Great Big Beautiful Bill come out. Like, that was rough. So it was like the same time.
Yeah.
Talk about branding.
Watch the wires there, please.
Sorry. My apologies. But I will say, for this historical fiction, like, historical fiction is like so much. This like specifically reminds me of that like quote unquote golden age of Hollywood, where everybody is just like
doing coke.
Yeah. It reminds me of Gossip Girl. Like, that is what it reminds me of. Gossip Girl. Yeah, it's like that kind of vibe. Like, everybody wants to know your business all the time, and no matter what, like, no matter how small you make your world, like, the world still feels entitled to your life. Like, that kind of, I will never know that kind of, I guess, invasion of privacy. So it's always very interesting. I'm confident.
Once Emily Henry listens to this and shouts us out on her Instagram
I think even if that happened, I don't think it would be that level of stardom. Like, this woman had to... Spoiler alert, towards the end of the book, Margaret talks about how she kept trying to go into hiding for decades, and people would still find her and be like, That part really did remind me of Gossip Girl. Be like spotted in New Jersey. Then
Mm-hmm.
she'd have to go move and try all over again. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I will say there were a lot of twists at the end I did not see. I knew that there was something weird going on with Hayden because, like, why would you ask unless you just like love the drama, which I do feel that Margaret does. Like, if someone asked you to write your autobiography and you've like agreed and they come out to see you and then they get there and you're just like, oh, by the way, I've also asked someone else to compete with you to make it.
She didn't agree though, did she? Wasn't it Jody that answered the emails?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Margaret's the old woman
correct. Yeah, I
that
guess we should
everybody
go over
wants
that.
to. She's the famous woman. She lives on an island, essentially in a small town,
Outside of
with,
Georgia.
sure,
Yeah.
with a quote unquote caretaker named Jody.
Yeah.
And
Who's like Middle
Alice,
Eastern. Or not Middle Eastern. What is the word I'm looking for? Western European or
I
something.
don't know what
They
words you're looking for
described,
right
they
now.
like,
You know me. I don't care. I don't know what anybody's ethnicity or hair color, eye color,
they like,
anything.
they make a
You're,
point about her accent being like a mix of German and something else, like those European, those little European countries.
yeah.
I just can't remember what the word is that I'm looking for, but
I
they like,
don't know.
they specifically, I think it's Alice makes a comment that like she has a very interesting accent that like doesn't make sense
Mm-hmm.
because this place is loosely based off of like Tybee Island in Georgia, which I know, which is like 20 minutes from, well, now like an hour from like where Brooke lives. But
Sure.
yeah, that's what it's like supposedly based off of. So it's a very, I just remember like that stuck out that she makes a comment. And that, I mean, that comes back later that her accent does not fit where they live.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry, please continue.
Don't know where we were.
Okay. Well, Margaret is the sought after former starlet who married like a version of Elvis.
Mm-hmm. His name was Cosmo.
Yes. And is famous because they got married and then he died very quickly after they got married. I believe they got, it was like a Princess Diana thing. They get run off the road by paparazzi, which did also happen in Gossip Girl. So again, very Gossip Girly. Um,
Maybe she based it on Gossip Girl.
Maybe she did. Maybe she was really watching
Yeah,
a lot of
we
Gossip
have no
Girl.
idea.
We don't know. But they're trying to write her autobiography. She's a big get. And
They're writing her biography.
they're writing her biography. And she's a really big get in this world. And Alice is trying to like make a name for herself. And she's like, if I can get this biography,
Yes.
it'll be a game changer. And she's
And
trying to like,
yes, and Alice did a bunch of research in order to find Margaret
yes, she did. She
because
found her.
nobody knows where she is. As you
Yes.
said, she jumped around from place to place so many times. She
Mm-hmm.
finally disappeared, and she was on all these backdoor,
Weird Reddits.
black dark web Reddit type of shit finding Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when whoever she emailed somehow they Jody leaked the information to her so that way she'd bring her out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Margaret invited Hayden out to do it. You don't know that out front for them really. I think doesn't she lies to Alice and says that he also contacted her, correct? Wasn't that
Mm-mm.
part of the
She just
deal? She
assumes.
she just yeah, she just assumed.
She just assumes that
Because Margaret tells her that
there's
there's
another
another person
person.
out for the job and she has another meeting. So then they end up quote unquote competing for this job.
Yeah, because
And
she thinks that Hayden also found her. Because like their
yes.
first conversation is, "How'd you find her?" Because it took me months and months and a weird Reddit on an offhanded chance about an artist. So like, how did you find her? And he's like, she called me. And Alice is like, what is going on? Yeah. So then they start competing. I found it really. I kind of would have liked because obviously
I feel like you would have liked more of a dual POV in
yes,
this.
I would have really. I think it would have given it away, obviously, because you know what I guess you're supposed to assume up front that what she's telling Alice is the same thing that she's telling Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
And
But I mean, he tells her that they're not really talking as much. Don't they sit down and talk about what they're telling at
yeah,
one point?
but I would say that's probably after.
I mean, it's been a minute. It's when they
Yeah,
decide that they're in love with each other, but they're not.
right.
It's one of those
Which
things.
is another gripe that a lot of people have about this book is that like they're staying in the same hotel and they have like 3 interactions and then they're like, we should date.
Yeah, there wasn't that
Like
much
I
communication.
am actually in love with you, and like to be fair, with the boy that she was quote unquote dating,
Theo's bitch ass.
yeah, before this book started, Hayden walking up to a stranger, harassing her and being like, you need to leave her alone, and then walking away with her and taking her to dinner probably was swoon worthy compared to what she's been used to.
Well, yeah, I
With
mean
the
that's what you got to do
yeah,
to write a good male character. You always got to try and kill somebody on the street and take
yeah,
them to dinner afterwards.
yeah. You don't have to try to kill him. You just have to like.
You can if you want.
He
You can
just
just
has to
kill them
feel
in.
like you would.
You can kill them in general if you need to.
Given the opportunity, it has to feel like you would, in fact,
In the book world,
fight them.
prison's not real. You can't be arrested for murder in the book
I
world.
would agree with that.
Exactly.
Do you think there are a lot of fiction books that take place in a prison, though?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. The
That's
Green
just not like.
Mile.
I've never read that. Isn't that just a short story? Or is that a whole novel?
It's technically a collection of like 6 short stories, or he like released them in 6 different parts,
Mm-hmm.
6 or 8, and
Yeah.
it's all put into one novel. But it is a wonderful movie.
Yeah. So I've heard.
You should watch it sometime. It's
Okay.
not scary.
Okay.
Only part of it
Isn't
might.
it like 3 hours long? I think that's probably why I haven't watched
Maybe.
it.
I don't know.
We'll just have to watch it
It's
and
probably
like
like an hour and 20 minutes.
probably.
I don't think. No, it's probably super long. Yes. I mean, there's a
We'll
lot
just watch it
going on.
like TV show. Like we'll just pause it after like every half hour.
Watch it like Jeff.
I remember it being like
3 hours and 9 minutes. So yeah.
yeah, I
You're right.
remember it being like super long.
God, this dude's fantastic.
Because when it's on TV, I feel like it's like it takes like 6 hours. It's just like on for the whole day.
Yeah.
Not that we watch cable
Michael
anymore,
Clark Duncan. Sam Rockwell is in this. He's wild. I didn't know that.
but when did
The
that movie
things
come
you
out?
know. 99.
Yeah.
Didn't realize. I didn't know who Sam Rockwell was when I was 7. Sorry, 6.
I don't know who that is now.
6, 7.
Stop.
I don't know.
Do not with this 6, 7. Do you know how many times a day I have to hear that?
Yeah, I hear it all the time. But yeah, that's a wonderful movie. This is getting turned into something, or no? Is this one being adapted already?
I don't think it's
I'm
being
sure it will.
It's so like she signed a contract for all of her romance books plus this one that hadn't been like she signed it before this had come out. So it is
probably
it
a part
has
of the
the
contract.
potential. Yeah, it is a part of the contract. People Meet on Vacation comes out in January.
Yes.
Happy Places is slated to be the next one after that. Although a couple people have mentioned that, or maybe I can't remember if it was like actually confirmed, but I saw some people on Book Talk speculating that the writer and producer for People We Meet on Vacation have also like signed on for Book Lovers, which is like Emily Henry's most loved romance book. Like that's normally on everybody's like top list, not mine, but I do love Book Lovers.
Shots fired.
I will say I have thought a lot about the pyramid of my like Emily Henry rankings, and I think mine are pretty diabolical compared to like what everybody else picks. So I don't know if I can be trusted in that.
Your opinion is always like on the complete opposite spectrum of everybody you talk to about books. So
I know Funny Story is really on the top. Like it
yeah.
but
That's last year's, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say that it also has to be Emily Henry's favorite too because it's the only one of her books that she said that she was writing the screenplay for. She's like, this is mine.
Oh, yeah.
I am writing this one. This is my baby. Like, she didn't trust anybody else to do it. And I'm like, that's fair, because this book is perfect. Like, it had all of my favorite tropes. It's fake dating. The ex-boyfriend comes back to Grovel and she gets to tell him to, like, fuck off, which is fantastic.
Oh my God, there was only one bed at the end.
Well, it's not one bed, but it is forced proximity because her and Miles have to live in the same apartment together.
Is it
Because
a studio?
no,
Oh.
they have their own bedrooms. But
How
they do
many
have.
how many times do they sleep on the couch together?
After they slept together, they just like kind of move into the same room. But
Oh, damn.
um,
Damn.
they cry on the couch together a couple times.
Close
So,
enough.
like, funny story for those of us that don't know is about Daphne, who's a librarian, who's engaged,
Mm-hmm.
and her fiance comes home the night of his bachelor party and
Mm-hmm.
tells her that he's actually in love with his childhood best friend. She has some stupid name. It's not Portia, but it's like something along those lines.
Maserati.
No,
Oh,
no, it's like
another luxury car brand.
no. This is gonna bother
Lamborghini.
me. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's gonna bother me.
Bugatti.
It's
Collins.
stop it. I can't. Funny story. Should have brought all the books down.
You can just flip this up and it'll sit there on its own. Let go. You can let go of it.
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know it has a stand on it.
Um,
Is it going to be like Jennifer?
Petra. It's Petra.
Oh yeah, that's way worse than I ever could have guessed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Daphne's fiance is Peter. So they're Peter and Petra. But Peter comes home and is like, I've actually been in love with Petra my whole life. She's in love with me.
Hmm.
I'm breaking off this engagement. And Daphne's like, we're supposed to get married in like 6 weeks. What do you mean? And he's like, yeah, I can't do it. I'm in love with Petra. We're actually going to go. We're going to leave. And you can like move all your stuff out of the house. And Miles and Miles like shows up after he leaves and is like, I guess I'll help you move all your shit into my apartment because Petra and Peter just left on a vacation after they dumped both of us.
Oh,
Because
Miles was
Miles
with
was
Petra.
Petra's
You
boyfriend.
should, yeah, you should lead with that.
Yeah, so Miles and Daphne are now both heartbroken and have to live together because they've lost their respective roommates. And
Good riddance.
right.
I mean, they sound worthless.
They're terrible. So they do end up crying on the couch together, but then Petra and Peter have the audacity to keep the same wedding date that they're getting married, right? I mean, he just blew up his whole life for Petra, so they're getting married.
Mm-hmm.
They keep the same wedding date and venue and everything that Peter and Daphne were going to have, so they're getting married in like 6 weeks or whatever it is.
That's fine.
It might be like 6 months, I don't remember, but it's something along those lines. It's not a long time.
That's fine.
But they invite Miles and Daphne to said wedding.
Yeah.
And then expect them to not come. Well, obviously, Daphne and Miles get drunk because that's just mean to do to an ex.
And they RSVP to go.
And they RSVP to go. So Peter calls and is like, Daphne, are you sure you want to do this? She's like, well, yeah, me and Miles are in love and we're dating. So, like, we just want to say thank you for getting married. And then she has to go tell Miles, like, I panicked and told them that we're in love and we're dating. So we're going to go to this wedding together. So then they start fake dating to like practice. You can't show up to the wedding of your exes who left you.
Yeah. So obviously they're gonna fall in love.
Yeah, so it's my favorite.
And fall in love
For
for
real,
real.
they do. And then when they go to dinner parties and people ask them how they met, they're like, it's actually a really funny story.
Oh my God. Full circle.
Full circle. So that's number one for me.
Hilarious.
So like
So
that's number one, which I would not.
Who's gonna be your Miles for the movie?
So a lot of people really want Dylan
I
O'Brien.
don't care what a lot of people want.
I would not.
I asked what you want.
I would not hate Dylan O'Brien because Daphne and Miles are supposed to be like in their 30s. So like my only real request would be that it's not somebody super young. Like I don't want them to make them younger.
Youngify?
Yeah, youngify them. I don't want
Like
them to
that,
be younger.
like that broad and younger?
Yeah, right. I don't need any of that. I think Dylan O'Brien would be good, or somebody like that who can play broody, because
Yeah,
you
what do you...
think you think Miles is like this broody, sad boy.
Do we think that?
In the beginning of the book, as the reader, that's what you think, and then you get into it, and he's actually like this sweet little perfect baby angel. He's just wonderful. He's a bit of a mess, but he has a lot of family history that like leads him to be a bit of a mess. It's not really anything that he's doing intentionally. It's just like he doesn't really understand what healthy relationships look like, so that kind of like affects how he interacts. But probably Dylan O'Brien would be good. I personally would like Zoe Deutsch as my my Daphne, but I don't know that that fits with her description at all. I just love Zoe Deutsch. So
Okay.
I would like
There we go.
I would like Peter to be like Glenn Powell or something. He fit like
How much star power do you think this random movie can bring in?
Oh, I think it's gonna get a lot. I think People We Meet on Vacation is gonna blow up. It's gonna bring back the rom coms, and then she's gonna get whoever she wants. These are already pretty highly sought after books. Movies.
It's gonna bring back the rom coms.
Yes. What was
McConaughey is gonna come out of retirement.
Maybe
He's gonna start playing somebody's dad.
He could play Cecil. He might be a little young, but he could play Cecil in Great Big Beautiful Life.
Which one was Cecil? He was the doctor.
Cecil was the doctor who walks around town just like
he could do it,
chatting it up with everybody. Honestly, the part that gave me the most anxiety in this book is Alice being like, I need to be around people. I'm going to go sit at the bar so I can talk to strangers on a Thursday night. I was like, girl, what? Get takeout and go home. This is wild behavior.
We're on an island of like 37 people.
I know. She gave me social anxiety, that entire scene. I really related to
her entire life was
that's true.
Just an outgoing barrage of everything.
That is
like that's
true.
all she did. She would just email people and show up at their front door.
That's fair. Yeah, she was a little spunky, but he would make a great Cecil, because Cecil's the one that like throws himself a birthday party every year. So I'm just saying it could happen.
And it would give he'd be like beachy vibes.
People really are fan casting Emily Gilmore. Kelly Bishop as Margaret.
That would be.
And that would be so good.
She could sit in a chair and tell a story.
She could absolutely sit in a chair and tell a story. Also, as somebody who read Kelly Bishop's biography, I think she would make a phenomenal Margaret. She was in showbiz during that time period. She was in theater. I mean, her life wasn't quite, her stardom didn't blow up at a young age, but still, I think she'd be phenomenal.
Most people would probably say it never really blew up that much.
Kelly Bishop?
She did Gilmore Girls.
She won a Tony. She
just won?
Yeah, but
she didn't blow up enough to be
I mean, she's a well-known name. I think her.
Okay. She's not in hiding. She's not in any way she didn't blow up that much. Yes, fair. Okay. You just had to say, "Oh, it's Emily Gilmore." You forgot her name.
Yeah, and that's you're not a
it's a you thing.
That's a me thing.
She's a big enough name. People know her name, and then you got to be like, "Who was she again?"
I feel like if I said, I think it depends on the generation you're in.
Take a poll.
Okay.
Take a poll.
Put it on the Instagram of our 6 followers. See if they know who Kelly Bishop is. 30. Yeah, see if they know.
We'll start a poll.
Do you know who Kelly Bishop is?
I'll get a clipboard together and a signed petition and walk around the town and say, do you know
just
who
walk
Kelly
around
Bishop
the neighborhood. Excuse me, I'm taking a survey. Do you know who Kelly Bishop is without a photo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just go drop tickets in people's little check boxes. Do you know Emily Bishop? Check yes or no.
And Kelly, not Emily.
Exactly. Nobody knows her name. And then you put at
She
the
was the
bottom.
mom in Dirty Dancing. How dare you?
No, never watched it. And then we put our address at the bottom, and we put a drop box out in the front yard and just say drop it back in
Dirty
the
Dancing is a
yard.
classic. You're missing out.
Yeah, that's the one where they make the clay pot together, and Patrick Swayze
No,
sitting
that's
behind her.
Ghost.
Whoopi Goldberg shows up,
No, nope,
and then Oprah Winfrey pops in too and
no.
says, "Hey, some people confuse me for Whoopi Goldberg."
Who?
I
No
don't know.
one. No
The same
one.
people who don't know who Emily Bishop is.
Anyway, people think Kelly Bishop would be great Margaret. People really want Adam Driver to be Hayden. I was like, that's never happening. I don't see him as a rom-com guy.
No.
But I have seen Penn Badgley.
He is funny, though.
I think Penn Badgley would do well. But Penn Badgley is a writer in a lot of things. So I don't really know.
I don't know.
You don't think he would be good?
No.
I think Penn Badgley would be great in that.
No.
You need somebody tall. And like for Hollywood, that's
Tall.
like what?
Do you really think Penn Badgley's tall?
No, but for Hollywood, it's like 5'10". You just get like a really Kelly Bishop is short. So you just get like a short leading lady and then just lie about everybody's height.
That's all of Hollywood. Yes,
I know,
that's what
I'm
they
saying.
do all the time.
I know.
You're not like sharing any secrets here.
I
Like
wasn't trying to.
That's what they do. Though you were making that sound like it was a revolutionary idea. Like get a really short person to then put a short guy beside
We
her.
literally just talked about this when we watched The Materialist because they made Pedro Pascal 3 inches taller than he is in real life.
Yeah, they said he was
6 feet.
6 foot.
Yeah.
But he's only 5'10".
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson's 5'7".
Oh.
So I mean, she was a bit taller, and she was in heels most of the time, so she was pretty close to his height.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is probably only maybe 5'11", 6 foot. Maybe he might be a taller.
Maybe
guy.
that's why she wore tennis shoes in that one scene.
Maybe he might not even be that tall. I have no idea. He's 44.
That was not the question.
That's all. Oh yeah, he's 6 foot.
Okay, for him. Well, he is Captain America.
I wonder if he had the
growth surgery.
the leg length surgery.
It's a weird turn of events in that movie, but I really liked this. I know you didn't catch it, but there was also a Poppy sighting in this book. There's normally like so Poppy is the main character in People We Meet on Vacation. She's the main girl.
So she was doing vacation.
So she is a travel. She writes for a travel magazine.
Yes.
So she went to this small town. She's the one that Cecil talks about. He's like, we had a reporter come here one time, but she spent more time talking about her travel companion than our small little town. And the travel companion is Alex, who ends up being like the love of her life. And
I remember.
So like I liked that because Emily Henry does like to throw some character sightings. I think there's a character sighting from one of her books in every single book.
Well, it's not going to be that difficult to do. It's not like this is a vast multiverse or anything like that. You can just throw characters in because there's no butterfly effect or greater meaning to anything.
Yeah.
So you can just say, oh yeah, no, they were here.
Yeah. Well, like for Beach, so I think Beach Read might have been like her first one.
Beach Read was her first one.
Beach Read was her first one. So Beach Read is about two competing writers. And
reading on a beach. Yes, they're speed readers on the beach.
No, that is not what that book is about.
They're the national speed reading competition.
I don't know where you're getting your information, but as somebody who read that book, that's not what it is about.
It was during COVID. They had social distancing, so everybody had 6 foot between everybody else as they sat on the beach in open air, so no masks, to impede their speed reading abilities.
No. And you're going to hate the names. It's January and Augustus.
You told me about this.
And January is struggling with the grief of losing her dad.
Dad, December.
No, I don't remember what her dad's name is, but it was not a month. Her dad passed away, and she's like dealing with all of the grief that comes along with like finding out that he was not the person that she thought he was. And so she's living in the beach house that, like, she's cleaning out the beach house that he owned and like trying to like get it ready to sell. But while she's there, is writing a book, and the book that she writes is very good. I was like, can Emily Henry publish this? Because like I would also read it. It was about like a traveling carnival family and like all of the things that happened to them in their carnival life.
Maybe she has under a pseudonym.
Well, if that book has come out, somebody let me know because I will read it. And then Augustus is writing a book, and he goes by Gus, so we'll just call him Gus. He's also writing a book, and he writes more like thriller novels, I would say, and like January's more of a romance author, and they like went to college together. She hated him in college. Well, he's her next door neighbor, and they end up falling in love, and they make this like deal that she has to write a book that's not a romance book to like prove to him that she can do it, and he has to write a book with a happily ever after, to like fulfill their debt. Well, his book ends, it's about cults, so like they go on this like weird field trip to like a former cult farm. But his book ends with his two main characters dying in a car at the end of the world. Like a meteor hits the earth and they die together. And she's like, that is not happily ever after. And he's like, yes, it is. They died together. So like that kind of explains their relationship. But in that book, obviously nobody else shows up. But Gus and January get brought up a lot in Book Lovers because the publishing company is there, like they both work for the same publishing company. So they get brought up there. They also get brought up in Happy Place as well. But Poppy shows up in this one, and she shows up in Funny Story. Poppy and Alex show up in Funny Story too. So it's just always nice when you get a little spotting of somebody else from another book that you loved. It's like, oh, these characters' lives go on. I would like to know everything about them when you're hyper attached to people like I am that are fictional.
Yeah, say it's all fake.
I don't care. These people are real to me, and I hold a special place for all of them in my heart. And I will love them forever. And I can't wait for her next book. It's going to be forever away.
Well, if she stays on the same path, it should come out next year.
I don't.
Or is she taking a break for all the shows?
I don't know.
She's written one every year for the last 6 years.
I don't know. If I had to guess, though, it would probably be like this. I think she's going to lean more into like historical fiction and not so much romance. But I did not, like, I knew that Hayden was going to be related to Margaret at the end, but I did not see that Jody was her like long lost niece. Didn't see that coming. Also, her sister being in that cult, super left field. I felt that was really weird. That
I forgot.
like
Yeah,
like that
she did get taken to that.
That was like the big family scandal. Was that like because I guess she was like calling people and using her connections to get money for the cult, and like people were taking it as like, oh well, she's from a good family, we'll send her the money. But that was so weird. That was like a really weird part of the storyline. I mean, I was still invested the whole time.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that part.
Yeah.
More cults.
But I really would have liked to, like, I know it would have ruined, like, it would have ruined the whole Nicolette thing. It would have ruined the fact that, like, you would have known something was up a lot sooner. Because if you had heard the conversation she had with Hayden, you would know. Because he makes a comment about it, too, that, like, their conversations were mostly about him and his life. She was asking him all about, like, him instead of talking about herself. And I feel like knowing what she tells Alice, and like she's telling Alice everything, that you would be like, why is she not telling the person she asked to come here about her own life? And why is he having to like pull this stuff out of her when she's just like giving it to Alice all willy nilly?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't particularly love the epilogue though. Like, that they were having a baby. Like, their love story felt so rushed. I felt
Didn't
like,
they name the baby Jody too? Wasn't that what it was?
what did they
I
name?
can't remember what they named the baby. It was something. It was after some, or after,
I
maybe after his mother,
I think it
somebody
might
who
have been
he'd
like
never.
Nicolette or
I think Nicolette was like the middle name or something, wasn't it? Because they named it something weird. Because I remember looking up.
oh, that's acknowledgement.
Yeah, you're not in the book at all. Because I remember seeing something people were complaining about it online.
Laura Grace Anderson Scott.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't remember who Grace.
It doesn't matter. It was all dumb. It was people that they didn't like. They'd barely even known for that long. Like Hayden had no clue who they were, and then it was like they just kind of showed up. And I want to say Margaret's. That was like Margaret. One of those was Margaret's middle name,
Yes,
something like that.
Grace.
And
Yep.
yeah, like this grandmother that he hardly knew, and they're
Yeah.
a lot of people were mad about that. But
Well, Brooke told me that she thinks that the British version has a different epilogue because apparently overseas they do not appreciate like getting married and getting pregnant and having a family. Like they won't publish epilogues like that. So we were talking about it the one day that she thinks they either didn't publish the epilogue or Emily Henry wrote a different alternative ending for this copy she sold overseas. And she's like that because there were a couple books she said that she's read that when they end like that, they have to have a different like European version because those endings don't sell well over there in that market. So they have to write a different one. Yeah, I thought that was crazy. I was like, I honestly just assumed all books were the same all the time.
no,
Like, it never occurred to me that you would have to change like little things here and there, but not like an entire chapter or like an entire epilogue.
yeah, I'm sure parts of the British Harry Potter series is different.
Oh yeah, like the mask. I did. I think like the English. No, not the English. The Irish mascots for the house names are all different over there.
Yeah, things change.
Yeah, and like the different translated versions. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, I like this book. For me, this would be like 3 on the Emily Henry Pyramid. It'd be like funny story. It's really hard because like I love Happy Place so much, but like I don't know that it's better. No, it has to be Happy Place. I'm obsessed with that book. I love it. I listen to it all the time. So like it'd probably be like Funny Story, Happy Place, Great Big Beautiful Life.
Okay.
Book Lovers has to be next.
Oh, Bucklord. Okay.
People We Meet on Vacation, and then Beach Read is the worst one for me. And I know that that's a hot take because a lot of people really, really love that book. But
All right. So we're saying the definitive Meghan list.
it's going to make a lot of people mad.
1 through 6. 1 being the best.
Yes.
6 being throw it in the fucking trash. I hate
No,
it.
no, 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 no. Because
That's
I
what
would
I
like to
heard.
caveat this with like Beach Read is still better than most. Like it is still a great romance book.
Yeah, but it's trash.
It's just not. It's not my favorite of hers.
1 through 6. We got Funny Story, Happy Place, The Great Big Beautiful Life, Book Lovers, People We Meet on Vacation, and Beach Read.
Yeah.
That is the definitive Meghan top 6.
I am gonna
Emily Henry books.
Yeah, I am gonna reread People We Meet on Vacation before the movie comes
Mm-hmm.
out. So
Now
maybe
it's
it'll
time
change.
for the Jake definitive list of the top 6 Emily Henry books. Coming in at number 1 is Great Big Beautiful Life.
And the only book that you've read. Just based on the titles. Do you want to give me? You want me to give you
No.
like the characters' names or anything?
No.
Can you just put funny stories number 2 then?
No.
Why?
No, I'm only ranking the one that I've read. That is the number one book, definitive list
That
right
is
there.
a hot
That's
take.
the definitive list of the singular book by Emily Henry that I've read,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because we're running out of time.
Sorry.
So,
Well, I'm very passionate about
yeah.
these books.
Yep. So it goes 1 through 6, 1 being the best, 6 being that never should have been written.
No.
Call the publishers and complain that they
Stop
ever made
it.
it.
No. There's no.
I would have liked if Beach Read was actually about a speed reading competition on a beach.
Maybe one day.
I'll have to write that.
Okay.
Let me put that on.
Put it on your notes.
Book ideas.
Book
What?
Nothing. I have no notes.
Speed reading on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fall in love for real.
What would you call it though? Because you can't call it beach read. That's already taken in that genre.
Speed beach read.
Speed beach.
Speed read beach. Speed read beach.
Speed raid. Speed read.
Speed read beach. When you need something read fast, you go to Speed read beach. And there's just a group of people just sitting at tables, like a couple of tables, and they're just like,
I feel like
I'll speed read it for you.
The sand would be a real hindrance on trying to read fast. You get, cut your finger. You seen those people turn the pages? Grain of sand could really mess something up there.
Yeah,
Rip a whole page.
They got little finger condoms on. They're professionals.
That's true.
What do you think this is? Amateur hour out on the beach?
Sand.
That's the dog.
Sand is like glitter. It's everywhere all the time.
I hate sand. It's coarse. Gets everywhere. Okay.
All right, I think we're done.
You can do the outro as
I
well.
did. Okay. Well, this has been
definitive tops.
This has been TBR Together with Megan and Jake.
Have we ever explained what TBR means?
To be read? I
don't think we have time to explain it. Sorry.
Not today. For another time.
Nope. I don't think it'll ever get brought up again.
Okay.